Simone Biles has spoken out strongly against Riley Gaines following Gaines' controversial remarks about transgender athletes in sports. The Olympic gymnastics champion did not hold back in criticizing Gaines, calling her a sore loser and saying that her comments were hurtful and wrong. Simone's response highlights the ongoing tensions and debates around the inclusion of transgender athletes in competitive sports. Riley Gaines, a former college swimmer, has been vocal in her opposition to transgender women competing in women's sports. Gaines argues that allowing transgender women to compete undermines fairness and gives them an unfair advantage. Her outspoken stance has gained attention and sparked heated discussions on social media and beyond. Simone Biles, known not only for her athletic achievements, but also for her advocacy and outspokenness on social issues, responded to Gaines' statements with strong condemnation. Biles called Gaines a sore loser for her negative remarks, implying that Gaines' anger and criticism stemmed from frustration rather than fact. Simone went further, describing Gaines' attitude as truly sick, emphasizing how damaging and disrespectful such comments can be. The debate around transgender athletes in sports is complex and involves many perspectives. Those who support inclusion argue that everyone deserves the chance to compete fairly, regardless of gender identity. They point out that sports organizations have guidelines in place to ensure fairness. Meanwhile, opponents like Gaines worry about competitive balance and the physical differences they believe impact outcomes. Simone Biles' stance aligns with many athletes and advocates who push for acceptance and equality in sports. Biles has consistently used her platform to promote kindness, inclusion, and understanding. Her strong words against Gaines reflect her commitment to defending marginalized communities and standing up to discrimination. The exchange between Biles and Gaines reflects wider cultural and political conflicts that have played out in sports, schools, and legislatures around the world. Issues about transgender rights, gender identity, and fairness in competition remain hot topics with passionate supporters on all sides. Simone's response received support from many fans and fellow athletes who praised her courage and honesty. They appreciated her willingness to speak out against comments they saw as harmful and exclusionary. Supporters noted that as one of the most decorated gymnasts in history, Biles' voice carries weight and can help influence positive change. Critics of transgender athlete inclusion often argue from concerns about competitive equity. However, opponents of anti-trans rhetoric, like Biles, argue that fairness should not come at the cost of human dignity and respect. They emphasize that targeting transgender athletes can cause real emotional harm and promote misunderstanding. Simone Biles' comments also highlight the importance of empathy and education in these discussions. Instead of divisive and accusatory language, many advocates encourage dialogue that fosters respect and acknowledges the challenges faced by transgender people in sports and society. The issue continues to be debated in athletic organizations, legal systems, and public opinion. Policies vary widely depending on the level of competition and governing bodies involved. Some sports have specific rules about hormone levels and eligibility to balance inclusion and fairness. Simone Biles remains a powerful figure in sports beyond her Olympic medals. Her willingness to speak out on important social issues, including LGBT+ rights, adds to her influence. By publicly calling out what she sees as harmful rhetoric, Biles contributes to the ongoing fight against discrimination. The situation with Riley Gaines is just one example of how transgender athletes and their supporters face criticism and challenges. It also shows how prominent athletes like Simone Biles can use their platforms to advocate for acceptance and push back against negativity. As the conversation about transgender inclusion in sports continues, voices like Biles play a critical role in shaping public attitudes. Her clear stance on respect and fairness serves as a reminder that sports should be a place of unity and support for all athletes. In summary, Simone Biles' strong rebuke of Riley Gaines underscores the tension surrounding transgender participation in sports. Biles calls out what she views as unfair and harmful criticism, standing firmly in support of inclusivity. This exchange highlights the broader debates happening in sports and society about gender, fairness, and respect.